YouTube, what is shaking? Welcome to another episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. As always, a quick thank you for being here, for all the amazing support. The channel is marching towards 6,000 subs, and it's all because of you. And that makes you folks a part of the, best damn community here on YouTube, without a doubt. So we're all aware of silver's price volatility, and predicting where it could go is, about as easy as making Gordon Ramsay a happy chef.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich works!
An idiot sandwich, Chef Ramsay.
Yeah, it's like that. Just look at the price range from May 2023 to May 2024. In 1 year, silver went from a low of $20.90 an ounce to just a shade under $35 an ounce. And as of today's date, which is the 27th of October 2024, we're sitting at a healthy 33.67 an ounce. Crazy times, right? Silver finally caught some wind this year, as did gold, which saw an all-time high. And we know silver typically does have a proclivity to follow gold when it goes up. It just takes a little longer to actually do so. So what was the cause of the sudden increase? What's the new resistance level? And have we broken it to stay over $30 silver? Can silver sustain this momentum, or will it just do what silver do and drop again? Who knows, right? Today we're going to take a closer look at what analysts are saying and see if this run is sustainable. All that said, you already know it.
Let's freaking roll it.
So first off, let's try to get an understanding of how we got here by flashing back to May of 2024, earlier this year. Analysts were pretty much setting silver's resistance price at $32.50. In other words, if it could break $32.50 and sustain, then silver would be showing some really strong progress and continue to go up. And if you take a look at this chart, we came pretty close to breaking that resistance twice in May and once in June. But as you can see here, silver experienced a pullback and the run pretty much ended at that point. By the time early August rolled around, we were sitting at a low of $26.44 per ounce. So typical silver summer doldrums, but we did show steady progress moving up in little increments here and there. And bear in mind that just earlier in 2024, this year, silver was sitting at barely $22 an ounce. So there's been some really nice price movement this year. But anyway, let's move ahead to Friday, 18 October. What happened that day? Well, that's when silver price shot up almost 7%. Not quite, but right around 6.38% to be exact. What caused it? Well, it basically boiled down to four notable occurrences, and they were, number one, trading volume that was double the prior week's average, which could have come from traders scrambling to cover their short positions. Now, this was actually a big-time confirmation of silver's breakthrough, because it showed that, hey, even major institutions were also getting on board the silver train, which really reduced the chance that it was a false breakout. Number two, the Fed reduced rates and indicated that more could be on the way as early as the end of this year, 2024, into 2025. Number three, gold hitting an all-time high. Again, silver follows gold price. It just lags a little longer. And number four, central banks loading up on gold and now silver. Those are all factors that contributed to silver breaking the resistance point of $32.50. And we have to give honorable mention to geopolitical events to include Israel versus just about everybody else out there, the upcoming U.S. elections, and improving macroeconomic conditions that support industrial demand for silver. Now, in the end, silver's upward trajectory is going to be reliant on the ability of these factors to support prices above that $32.50 resistance point. And if it can hold, well, there's promise in the air. So now that we know why silver went up, let's quickly go over the question that's probably on most stackers' minds, and that is this. Can the run sustain, and will silver go up even higher? Again, it's impossible to predict silver price due to the volatility, and I'm not here today telling you that we are looking at $50 silver and more in the next few months. No, not doing that. But the floor had to increase eventually, right? And we could be at the point where the days of sub $30 silver could be few and far between. Emphasis on could. You just don't know. And with the history of silver, I think it's pretty safe to say that anyone who's been stacking it for a decent amount of time has learned to temper their expectations at this point, right? It's better to just keep on keeping on when it comes to silver and stacking as your budget allows versus worrying about spot prices, surges, pullbacks, all that stuff. It'll just stress you out in the end. Besides, most of us know that silver's a long hold anyway. All this stuff going on right now might be a catalyst for a future price increase, but it doesn't matter to a good many of us right now because we're holding until retirement. We're not in this to short physical silver like we would with the stock market. That's just not silver's thing. And the better we understand that, the less stressed out we'll be over price, right? All right, we're getting ready to close this video out, but before we do, just for fun, let's take a look at one analyst's thoughts. Now, take this information like any information you have on silver with a grain of salt. Just keep it in the back of your mind. These are just his opinions. Now, the guy's name is Jesse Colombo, and he's an economic analyst and Forbes contributor. Now, this guy, he had an interesting take on how silver could perform after the recent surge, and he listed some key factors to track silver's progress and confirm the validity of this recent uptick in price. And they are, number one, several months prior, he listed $32.50 an ounce as a resistance point and a potential floor, stating that silver's bull market would be triggered once it decisively closed above that level with strong volume. And on the 18th of October, we all know silver did just that, with a 6.38% surge on volume that was unbelievably 50% above the average of just the week prior. So we could be at the beginning of a bull market run. And he wasn't even worried about the pullback that we saw after that either. He thinks it was inevitable and expected after such a sharp surge. Now, even with that 3.3% pullback after the initial surge, silver still remained above $32.50, which it is still today, and he claims that is ultimate support for a new floor. Number two, gold price. Despite the recent pullback, gold remains in a confirmed uptrend, and that should continue to support silver's rise. He is personally expecting gold to reach $3,000 in the coming months. Again, grain of salt. But if it did hit $3,000, that would definitely be a boon for silver price, no question. And number three, he's paying close attention to that gold to silver ratio, which a lot of us are, since it pretty much reveals whether silver is outperforming gold or vice versa. Now, a falling ratio indicates that silver is outperforming gold, which is exactly what you want to see to confirm a silver bull run. Now, on Friday, that Friday the 18th, the ratio closed between the 82 to 84 support zone, which gives further credence to silver's breakout. And though the index rebounded slightly, it's still in a downtrend as long as it remains below that 82 to 84 to 1 support zone. All right, folks, there you have it. Some really interesting outlooks for silver price. Again, take this information with a grain of salt. For all we know, 2025 could kick off with silver price in the 20s again. I don't think that's going to be the case, but it's silver we're talking about, right? So it's better to just ride things out and add to our stacks as we see fit. Whatever happens with price is going to happen regardless. So don't take the fun and reward out of stacking metals by worrying about spot prices. Just continue to stack within your means, stack within your budget, and have some fun with it. Do you guys think we're going to see $40 silver anytime soon? What do you think 2024 is going to close at? What price? Hey, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are. You guys know I love going through them, so make sure you sound off. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. And if you made it this far, well, kudos to you. I'll definitely catch up with you in the next episode. But in the meantime, ooh yeah, you know what's up.
What do you want to do with your life?
I want to stack.
Damn right. Get stacked. Stay safe and be well, everyone. Have a fantastic week ahead. I am out of here. Peace, folks.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
Oh, yes. And what was that beginning, middle, and end part again?